Welcome to Design to Share Q&A. I'm Nicola.
And I'm Erwin.
Today we're going to be talking about the importance of hiring a professional landscape architect.
We feel strongly, of course, about hiring professionals for all aspects of your design project. Fortunately today we're actually in a space in New York City that's quite special. It's very secluded and quite exclusive. And we're going to also be meeting today the landscape architect who worked in part of the space, Stephen Alcantara.
We're here with Stephen Alcantara, who is a registered landscape architect and also has a master's degree. And what we're asking is, what would somebody like yourself, what are you trained to do exactly, and how can this help a residential project?
Well, thank you. In a residential project, we tend to organize outdoor spaces and determine where different key elements should go in relation to others.
What examples do we have here?
Well, at this entrance, the main theme is white. The face of the building is white. The client likes white flowers, which change seasonally, which reinforce the white color of the architecture as well as some of the decoration.
So Stephen, if I want to hire someone like yourself, I'd like to share with our viewers, how do we find someone who is a landscape architect like yourself?
You could most likely get referrals from other professionals who have worked with landscape architects, interior designers. There's also the professional organization, the American Society of Landscape Architects.
So I think we're going to go inside and see some of your work. So here we are looking at one of Stephen's projects. It's a New York City project, and it's an inside courtyard that is very pretty. Stephen's going to tell us about it.
Well, originally this was an empty, bare bones service yard between these two buildings. The challenge was to create a garden that would link the spaces and take advantage of what it offers, which is mainly privacy. And we're standing on the deck, which is adjacent to the kitchen and dining space. And the client wanted a little overflow terrace for entertaining and looking out over the garden. And this space worked perfectly for that. And then stairs link it, and there's a diagonal pattern of movement across it, which makes the space seem larger.
Now I know that not opposite from where we're standing there's a wonderful wall fountain.
Yes, well, even where we're sitting inside this series of buildings, you can still hear quite a bit of street noise. So one idea for the water feature was that when it's turned on, it masks the sound of the street, and it really makes a difference.
What I very much like about this space as well, which I want you to talk about, is the railing, which I feel is very simple, elegant. We're here in a traditional home with some traditional elements that are behind us quite clear, but yet the railing has some very sort of contemporary lines to it.
Sure, the railing is a design that just takes very simple standard components, like from the Bloom catalog of metal, the top rail, post, the horizontal elements, and drawing them up in a very simple and elegant way. Essentially what we were trying to do is have the handrail going down the steps has just enough support so that as you're coming down the steps you can hold it.
So Stephen, tell us also some of the trends that you're seeing in landscape architecture.
One trend is they want to make maximum use of the space. I think there's a trend to want beautiful pavements of the most elegant materials.
Do you feel that there's also kind of a contemporary feel, like with sort of like Zen or Asian style gardens? Do you find that that's becoming sort of more fashionable now?
I think that's happening also. There's a sense of wanting to retreat from the hectic pace of the city. I think simple designs that just tend to complement the architecture rather than compete with it become more popular.
So we're here on the terrace that Stephen also designed, and actually Stephen is a published author. I think you've written 2 books, is that correct?
Yes, I've written 2 books that were surveys of landscape architecture projects, Innovative Design Solutions in Landscape Architecture and Contemporary Trends in Landscape Architecture. I'm finishing a book now that's about green roofs or modern roof gardens, and it includes examples from Europe and all over North America. But this roof garden is similar to the other one, but much smaller and intimate. It's just a bedroom terrace just for the client, and the paving is slate, which has a rich green color, and 2 simple planters with Japanese crab apples, which are very hardy. And the simple water feature is very nice too. Just a little pool of water. It's a very simple and nice garden.
So Stephen, thank you for joining us. This was great, and we enjoyed learning all about what you've done here. And I think we've decided we're going to have to get a landscape architect.
Well, great. Well, I'd be delighted to work with you.
Great.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching Design to Share Q&A. I'm Nicola.
And I'm Merwin.